Jay here. Welcome to Beginning Drums, Chapter 9. All right, we're going to start off with some rhythms and rudiments. We're exploring eighth notes, eighth note rests, and mixed in with our quarter notes and our other rests that we've been doing since the beginning of the book. So let's keep on moving forward. Okay, take a look at number 1. We're going to have quarter notes on beats 1 and 2, eighth note rest on beat 3, we'll hit the and of the beat, and same thing for beat 4. An eighth note rest on the downbeat, and we'll hit the and. On bar 2, we have eighth notes on beats 1 and 2, quarter notes on beats 3 and 4. On bar 3, we'll have an eighth note rest on beat 1, we'll hit the and of the beat, quarter note on beat 2, and a half note rest on beat 3 and 4. On bar 4, we'll have quarter notes on beats 1 and 2, eighth note rest on the downbeat of 3, we'll hit the and we'll play a quarter note on beat 4. Okay, here comes number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, rest and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Rest and 2, rest, 1, 2, rest and 4. I'll just be doing these one time, but I recommend repeat all these 4 to 8 times and try out your different tempos. Okay, for number 2, we're going to start off with an eighth note rest. On beat 1, we'll hit the and of the beat. On beat 2, we have a quarter note. We have eighth notes on beat 3 and a quarter note on beat 4. Bar 2 is a whole note rest. We won't play anything for those 4 beats. On bar 3, we have eighth notes on beats 1 and 2, a quarter note rest on beat 3, and a quarter note on beat 4. On bar 4, we have a quarter note on beat 1, eighth note rest on the downbeat of 2. We'll hit the and of the beat. Same concept for beat 3. We'll have an eighth note beat on the downbeat, and we'll hit the and of the beat, and then a quarter note on beat 4. Okay, here comes number 2. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and rest, and 2, 3, and 4, rest, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and rest, 4, 1, rest, and 3, and 4. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 3. For number 3, we're going to start off with a half note rest on beats 1 and 2. We'll have eighth notes on beat 3, eighth note rest on beat 4. We'll hit the end of that beat. On bar 2, we're going to have an eighth note rest on beat 1. We'll hit the end of the beat. We'll do a quarter note on beat 2, eighth notes on beats 3 and 4. On bar 3, we have a quarter note rest on beat 1. On beat 2, we have an eighth note rest. We'll hit the end of that beat. On beat 3, there's a quarter note rest and a quarter note on beat 4. On bar 4, we have eighth notes on beats 1 and 2. An eighth note rest on beat 3. We'll hit the end of the beat and a quarter note on beat 4. Okay, here's number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and rest and 4. Okay, let's go ahead and take it to number 4. For number 4, we're going to start off with a quarter note on beat 1. We'll have eighth notes on beat 2. On beats 3 and 4, we'll have an eighth note rest and we'll hit the ands of those beats. On bar 2, we have eighth notes on beat 1, quarter note rest on beat 2, eighth notes on beat 3, quarter note rest on beat 4. On bar 3, that's a whole note rest. On bar 4, we have a quarter note rest on beat 1, eighth note rest on beat 2 for the downbeat. We'll hit the and of that beat, and then we'll do eighth notes on beats 3 and 4. Here comes number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and rest, and 1, and rest, 3, and rest, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, for number 5, we're going to have eighth notes on beats 1 and 2. We'll have a eighth note rest on the downbeat of 3. We'll hit the and of that beat and a quarter note rest on beat 4. For bar 2, we're going to have an eighth note rest on the downbeat of 1. We'll hit the and of that beat, and we have eighth notes on beat 2. There's a half note rest on beats 3 and 4. On bar 3, there's a quarter note on beat 1, eighth notes on beats 2 and 3. On beat 4, there's a eighth note rest. We'll hit the and of that beat. And then on bar 4, we have a quarter note on beat 1, eighth notes on beat 2. On beat 3, we'll have an eighth note rest on the downbeat. We'll hit the end of that beat, and then a quarter note rest on beat 4. Okay, here comes number 5. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and rest, and 4. 1, and 2, and rest, 1, 2, and 3, and rest, and 1, 2, and rest, and rest. Okay, I'm going to do number 5 just a little faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and rest and 4. 1 and 2 and rest, rest. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and rest and 4. So you can always push your tempos, you can always challenge yourself, but definitely start off slow and make sure you got them. Take it to number 6. For number 6, we're going to start off with a quarter note on beat 1. For beats 2 and 3, we'll have an eighth note rest, and we'll hit the ands of those beats. And then beat 4 has a quarter note. Bar 2 has eighth notes on beat 1, quarter note rest for beats 2 and 3 with a quarter note on beat 4. On bar 3, beats 1 and 2 will both have an eighth note rest on the downbeat, and we'll hit the ands of those beats. And then we have a half note rest for beats 3 and 4. Bar 4 has a quarter note on the downbeat, quarter note rest on beat 2. And then beat 3 is eighth notes. Beat 4 will have an eighth note rest with an eighth note on the end of beat 4. Okay, here goes number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, rest, and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, let's look at number 7. This one's going to start off with a whole note rest, means we won't play anything for those 4 beats. On bar 2, we'll have eighth notes on beat 1. We'll have a quarter note on beat 2. Beat 3 is a quarter note rest. On beat 4, we'll have an eighth note rest, and we'll hit the end of that beat. Going to bar 3, we'll have a quarter note rest on beat 1. Beat 2 is going to have an eighth note rest on the down beat. We'll hit the end of that beat, and then we have eighth notes on beats 3 and 4. On bar 4, we have an eighth note rest. We'll hit the end of that beat. Quarter note rest on beat 2, a quarter note on beat 3, and then a quarter note rest on beat 4. Here's number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest, 3, 4. 1 and 2, rest, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and rest, 3, rest. Okay, let's go ahead and do the last one, number 8. We're going to start off with a quarter note rest on beat 1. We'll have eighth notes on beat 2. On beat 3, we have an eighth note rest on the downbeat. We'll hit the end of that beat, and then a quarter note rest on beat 4. On bar 2, we have eighth notes on beat 1, a quarter note on beat 2, quarter note rest on beat 3, and then eighth notes on beat 4. For bar 3, we're going to have a half note rest for beats 1 and 2. On beats 3 and 4, we'll have an eighth note rest, and we'll hit the ends of those beats. On bar 4, we have a quarter note on the downbeat, quarter note rest on beat 2, and then eighth notes on beats 3 and 4. Here comes number 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and rest. 2, and 3, and rest. 1, and 2, rest. 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, rest. 3, and 4, and okay, let's go ahead and move it over to the rudiment. Today we're going to learn the triple paradiddle. Okay, now at this point we've learned a single paradiddle, a double paradiddle. Let's go ahead and take it to a triple. Okay, so what this is going to be is 6 singles and a double. So if we think of it like a right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, that's going to be the triple paradiddle. And this is also called a paradiddle. So think of the paras as your singles, and the diddle is the double. So if you go paradiddle, if that kind of helps too. Sometimes the phonetics help me a lot. Okay, so that's the concept. We're going to make them into 30-second notes, but we're going to just kind of ease on into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at number 1. Starting off thinking of them just like quarter notes, we'll go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right. And then we'll flip our stickings. So here's number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. These ones kind of naturally flip our sticks for us. Okay, let's go to number 2. Now we're going to turn them into eighth notes. So they're going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and our sticking. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, and then we'll flip them over when we repeat them. Okay, here's number 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, let's take it to number 3. Now we're going to make them into 16th notes, and the way we count our 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a. Okay, now over those 2 beats, we'll put in a right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, and then we'll have a half note rest for beats 3 and 4. So we'll have a little break, and then we'll flip our sticks when we start it over again. Okay, here's number 3. 3E and a 4E and a right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, rest, rest, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, rest, rest. Okay, go ahead and take it to number 4. Now we're gonna make them into 30-second notes. Okay, so think of it like 8 notes on a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, rest. So I'm gonna put us into 2/4 here, just 2 beats per bar. Okay, now here we go. 1, 2, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, rest. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, rest. Again. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, rest. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, rest. Okay, now for number 5, we're gonna just put them back to back now, and it's gonna sound a little more steady notes, and then we'll push our tempo for fun. Okay, gonna still keep it nice and slow. So if I think of the first one, starting with my rights, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, that's beat 1, and then flip them for beat 2, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and then we'll just repeat that. 1, 2, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, here it is a little faster. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. I don't even know if I can say it that fast. I'll separate my sticks. Just so you can hear the difference in there. There it is a little faster. It's definitely a fun one, and we'll apply it to the drum set too. Okay, cheers. All right, welcome to Beats and Fills. This chapter's beat's gonna have a basic concept on beat 1 with the bass drum on the downbeat. On beat 2, we're gonna have a bass drum on the and of 2, leading us into a basic concept for beats 3 and 4. That'll be bass drum on beat 3, on the downbeat, and then snare on our downbeat of 4. Okay, so here's beat number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, for beat number 2, we're gonna do the 8th note version of this beat. Starting off on the downbeat of 1, we'll have our bass drum on the downbeat and then a hi-hat on the and of 1. On beat 2, we'll have our snare on the downbeat with our hi-hat, and we'll hit the 8th note on the and of 2 with our bass drum. And then beats 3 and 4 are basic, so that's just a bass drum on the downbeat of 3, hi-hat on the and then snare on beat 4 with a hi-hat on the and. Here's beat number 2. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. number 3, we're going to do the 16th note version of this beat. The way we count our 16th notes is like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Beat 1's going to be basic. We'll have our bass drum on the downbeat. 1 E and a. On 2, we're going to have our snare on the downbeat, and then we'll put that bass drum on the end of 2. 2 E and a. And then beat 3 and 4 are going to be basic. So we have our bass drum on the downbeat of 3. 3 E and then 4 E and a. Okay, here's beat number 3. 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and a. All right, let's do some fills. We'll first start off with these fills. There's 4 of them. We're going to do the first part of it on the snare. Then we're going to orchestrate it on the drum set for part 2. And then you'll make your own drum fill and write it on the staff for part 3. Okay, fill number 1. We have a quarter note rest on beat 1, 8th notes on beat 2. We have an 8th note rest on the downbeat of 3. We'll hit the end of that beat. And then we have a quarter note on beat 4. So this is all snare. Okay, I put this one around the horn, so we're going to go, after the quarter note rest on beat 1, we'll split up our 8th notes with a snare and tom 1 on beat 2. On beat 3, we're going to put the and of beat 3 on tom 2, and then we'll put that quarter note on beat 4 on our floor tom. Okay, now it's time for you to make your own drum fill, and you can put them anywhere you want. Let's say if we want to do some cymbals today, quarter note rest on beat 1, and then if we wanted to put crash crash on for those 8th notes on beat 2, just put the X's above the staff and circle them. Let's say if you want to put the ride in there, you could put an X above the staff on the end of 3 after that 8th note rest, and then you could just write an R above it, or you could write ride. And then let's say if you want to hit your hi-hat on beat 4 as a quarter note, just put another X and then put a H or put a hi-hat above it. And then you made yourself your cool cymbal fill. So I'm always going to encourage this. It's fun to be creative. Some things might sound good on paper and then you play them, you're like, oh, that was okay, maybe I'll try something different, or vice versa. But get into it, have fun with it. And we'll also be exploring just improvising our fills too. But this is being very methodical and thinking about our drum set. For fill number 2, it's going to start off with an 8th note rest on the downbeat of 1. We'll hit the end of that beat, and then we have 8th notes on beats 2 and 3 with a quarter note rest on beat 4. This is all snare. Okay, the way I arrange fill number 2 for the drum set, on the and of 1, we're going to hit our floor tom. The 8th notes on beat 2 are going to be combos with our tom 2 and our tom 1 for both those 8th notes. And then the 8th notes on beat 3 will be 2 flams on our snare, flam 8th notes. And then that quarter note rest is on beat 4. For fill number 3, we're going to have 8th notes on beat 1. We're going to have an 8th note rest on the downbeat of 2. We'll hit the and of that beat. And then there's a half note rest for beats 3 and 4. This is all snare. Okay, I orchestrated this fill for the drum set. I put the eighth notes on beat 1 as a bass drum and crash combo. And then the eighth note on the and of 2, I put as a flam on floor tom. Okay, for fill number 4, we're gonna have eighth notes on beats 1 and 2, and then we're gonna just hit the ands of beats 3 and 4. So eighth note rests on the down beats of beats 3 and 4. Okay, I put this one on the drum set for beat 1, the eighth notes. I put a flam on snare for the downbeat going to tom 1, then regular snare on the downbeat of 2 going to tom 2. On the and of 3 is a bass drum, and on the and of 4 is a floor tom. Okay, now we're going to combine our beats and fills. The concept here is to play 4 bars of our beats for the chapter into a fill. You could play one of my fills for snare for the whole drum set, or you could play your own fill, but the concept is to count our 4 bars of our beat into a 1-bar fill. Okay, for number 1, it's going to be the quarter note version of the beat into my fill number 1 on the drum set. Okay, now it comes time just to play our beats for 4 bars and then just improvise the fill, let something happen, let it flow. I'm gonna go ahead and jam the beats and then just try any kind of fill that feels good at that time. All right, welcome to the study. Today we're going to talk about Crossstick. Okay, Crossstick's really fun. I use it quite often. It's real popular in certain styles of music too, like reggae especially. Okay, now when you see an X written where the snare goes, instead of playing our snare normal, we're going to lay the stick across the snare and we're going to connect with the edge or the rim of the snare. Okay, now you can kind of do it like a drawbridge concept where I'm going to see if I can kind of show you here. If I can keep the butt end of the stick down and just drop it. Some drummers totally lift it up. You can get a really good loud cross stick that way. You can also turn your stick around to get the really heavy butt end of the stick. It makes a really good cross stick sound. But sometimes when you're playing, you're just going to go from your normal over to find it. Now, let's talk about finding the sweet spots. Sometimes you're going to do a cross stick, and it might sound okay. There's always going to be really optimal places on our snare to get a really good sound. Okay, now I recommend have a little bit of your stick over the end. Don't go all the way. Have a little bit of stick over the end of the rim. And then maybe have your stick in where it's hard to see right now, but just I've got maybe an inch or so on the other side of my stick before I get to that rim. And that's a cross stick. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it in action. For number 1, we're gonna do a basic quarter note beat, but instead of normal snare, we're gonna put our cross stick on our snare. For number 2, this is the basic 8th note beat, but we're going to put cross stick instead of normal snare. For number 3, this is basic 16th note beat using cross stick instead of regular snare. Okay, for numbers 4 through 6, we're going to be doing cross stick beats and just switching our right hand cymbals. So for number 4, 4 bars on our hi-hat of a basic quarter note beat with cross stick, switching to 4 bars basic quarter note cross stick beat on our ride. For number 5, we're going to do 4 bars of basic 8th note with cross stick on our ride, switching to 4 bars of basic 8th note with cross stick on our hi-hat. For number 6, we're going to do 4 bars of basic 16th note beat on our crash with cross stick, going into 4 bars of basic 16th note beat with cross stick on our hi-hat. Okay, for number 7, we're going to switch from cross stick into regular snare backbeats. So for number 7, basic quarter note beat with cross stick 4 times on your hi-hat. Staying on the hi-hat, switch it to regular snare backbeat for 4 times. For number 8, we're going to stay on our ride and we're going to do 4 bars of basic 8th note beat with normal snare into 4 bars of basic 8th note beat with cross stick. For number 9, we're going to do 4 bars of basic 16th note beat on the crash with cross stick, switching to 4 bars of basic 16th note beat with regular snare backbeat on the hi-hat. For number 10, we're going to do an exercise. We're going to go 4 bars of basic quarter note beat with cross-stick on the hi-hat into a 1 bar fill. And that fill is going to have quarter notes on beats 1 and 2, eighth notes on beats 2 and 3. And then we'll go to 4 times of regular backbeat at a forte volume, a loud volume on our crash. So that'll be basic quarter note beats, all crash, forte volume for 4 bars. Okay, the last one, number 11, we're going to do basic eighth note beat 4 times on the ride into a eighth note fill, and that's going to be all snare. We're going to do a diminuendo where we'll get a little quieter into a lighter volume piano volume of 4 bars cross-stick basic eighth notes on our hi-hat. All right, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you for chapter 10. Cheers.